Alright, this is the DS tracking software. Alright, and this is the pro training video. So this is for pro users only. Up here is your save button. This is what you're going to want to do after you input all your data. This is your sync button. This is how you're going to get the tracker working. This is your refresh data button, your delete button, your import button. This is how you import your data from an Excel spreadsheet. The open from item URL, this is how you bring your items up in the website pages. Your settings button, your stop sync button, and update your software button. In your settings button, you can adjust your tax rate, your markup rate, and your color threshold. I will cover color threshold later on in this video. The Walmart API key does not apply to pro users. This is only for elite and platinum users only. Well, I'm always mark my items up by 40%. Some people do 30, 35, and some people even higher than 40. So that's totally up to you, however much you want to mark your items up by. Tax rate, I use 7%. I feel this is a good average. Some states are much lower, which that's okay. It means I have a higher percentage profit margin. I particularly like 7%. We'll go over this here a little bit later on. Alright. This is your list. This is for Monopoly users only, so don't worry about the Amazon. We are working from eBay only, and you have an out-of-stock list, which we will also cover later in this video. Alright, let me go ahead and show you how to import your data from a spreadsheet. Your spreadsheet needs to be formatted in a proper way, meaning this top line here, row 1, has to look just like that in order for the spreadsheet to read it. If they do any software updates, this might have to be updated down the road, but right now this is the way it works. Let me go ahead and unhighlight this before we put it in. Now all these items here are obviously for demonstration purposes only. They're not items that I've put in. When I am using my own spreadsheet, my titles of my eBay items as I would list them in eBayers here. Now the titles that are here, these are the direct ones from the Amazon site. These are not eBay titles. Your item description, you can put whatever you want in there. Some people use numbers to track their items better on eBay. I don't. So that's totally up to you. The item URL, this is your source. This is where you found your item on Amazon. The source number, I will go over this in just a second. And this is the price that's on the Amazon website. And the item number. This is totally up to you. I also leave this one blank. Alright, so the source code of number 4. The reason I have 4 there is because up here it matches this. You can see if you count down 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Amazon. So that number needs to match the one you're here. I have the premium, so that's why you're seeing all this list here. As a pro, I don't know about the software or not, but pro users only, this might only show as Amazon there. So if that's only Amazon there and none of these other ones, then you're going to want to put a number 1 there. But because I'm using a platinum edition and Amazon's 1, 2, 3, 4 down, I put a 4 in my spreadsheet. So that will vary on your software, I believe. Don't hold me to it. If you need any help down the road with that, I can always help you. It's not too hard to fix. Alright, so let's go ahead and import the spreadsheet. So what you're going to do is you're going to click that button, and you're going to find your spreadsheet in your saved computer files. Of course, I know exactly where to find mine. Come down here, DS Tracker Pro Demo, open it up, and it's going to import all this data right in here for you. Nice, quick, and easy. We love easy. So, there we go. Perfect. And you can see it brought all the items in. You can always add more items into this by importing fresh data. Always make sure you save. I'm not saving because this is for demonstration purposes only. So that's up to you. You can manually add items one by one by double clicking the space there, and it lets you type it in, and you can just put in whatever you want there. Obviously that's going to take a little bit longer, but for some people it's easier. The reason mine's on a spreadsheet is I've been doing all my tracking from a spreadsheet already. So this way was much easier for me. Alrighty, so once you've got all your data in there, and you see how the source is on Amazon, by putting the number 4 here, it already automatically made all the sources as Amazon. And you can see it pulled up all the prices just as they would be on Amazon there. So once you got your data there, you're going to click the sync button. And once you do that, this software is giving you real-time data. It's going to go and connect directly to the Amazon website, and it's going to pull you the data as it is right now. If you were to go onto your web browser and go find this item on the website, this is the exact information you're going to find there too. And you can see it does check your prices. So this is where our color threshold comes into play. So we come up to settings. Now the reason these turned red here is because they exceeded 15%. That means this price has went up by 15% or more. So that's a red flag to me. That tells me I'm going to lose money if these items sell. So I need to go into my eBay and change the prices. And as you can see, there's an out of stock item there. So with that out of stock item, what you're going to want to do is automatically go and change that in eBay first. Then you're going to come back here and you're just going to click on that, and you're going to right click it, move it to out of stock, and now it just moved it over here into this list. And the same thing goes for this. Now say you have 10 items that came up out of stock, or maybe over a week span you check them daily and they haven't come back in, and now you got a buildup of 10 items on this list. All you have to do is click sync, and it will check all your out of stock items. When the item comes back into stock, it should turn green, or it'll go back to normal, one or the other. So once that happens, all you have to do is click it and move it back to eBay. And just like that, now you come back over here to eBay. Voila, the item's right back there again. So go ahead and hit sync, and it's going to pull all these items back in. You can do this once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Doesn't matter what time of the day you do it at. This is going to go in and connects directly to the server. So that real-time data is very, very key. Now let's go over here and cover the color threshold a little bit further. Alright. So some of you might only want to know when it's a 5% or maybe a 10% change. Like I said, I use 15%. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're just going to put 5% in there and see what happens. Go over here and we're going to resync it again. And you can see these listings take about 1 to 2 seconds per listing for the software to go and check the item. I have about 800 items, and it takes about 15-16 minutes to check all 800 items. And you can see now we have another one. So that means this other item that turned red, it had a price change of 5% or more. But when we had the threshold at 15%, only 2 of these lit up. So that tells me that item I'm either going to break even or I'm going to take less profits on. When you start getting into 200 listings, 800 listings, the lower amount of change there, the more tedious it is to go through and change and edit all your prices. So I set mine at 15%. That tells me any item that crosses that 15% mark, I'm going to lose money. That's the key. I don't want to lose money, so I set mine at 15%. But at the same time, I don't want to go in here and change a listing every time there's just a 2%, maybe a 3% markup. The item went up by $1, and I'm going to make $10 profit on the item to start with. And for $1, it's a waste of time to go in there and change the price. At least for me, as you get more listings, you'll come to understand a little bit more. Most pro users are going to have anywhere from 20 listings up to maybe 2 or 300 listings. So that really depends on the user. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what happens when you have a good change. We're gonna use 1% just for an example. Obviously, no one's gonna put their threshold at 1%. Doesn't make sense. But just for this demo, we're gonna show you what happens when we use 1%. So now that when the items go down in price, this color box here is going to turn green, telling me, hey, that item's gone down in price. Now you have the option, yeah, you could go into your eBay and lower the price if you want to, maybe try to get more sales or whatnot. Me personally, I'm not changing the price. That tells me, hey, I'm gonna make more profit on this item when it sells. So, and that's something I want to do. I want more profits. I mean, now if it's like a $30, $40 change, yeah, I'll probably go in there and change that price just to get more sales, and I'll still have a bigger profit margin. So, and it also tells you when these items have raised by more than 1%. So, I really, really like that feature. It's super, super nice. Whether, like I said, I probably won't go and change prices for it going down. I want more money. But at the same time, I don't want to lose money. So I'm going to go over here and put it right back up to 15%. And if the item goes down in price by more than 15%, it'll turn green once again. So I always like keep in mind right there at 15%. Like I said, everybody's got their own needs and wants when it comes to how they want their system to operate. But as you get further up in the training and you start getting lots more listings, 800 listings, if I mark it up by 5%, I might have 400 listings that had a price change of 5%. So that gets real tedious to do that every single day, to go and adjust prices like that. With 15%, if say this item had exactly a 14% change in price and it leaves me 1% profit, I'm okay with that. I'm breaking even, or I might still make a little bit of money. But the key is I am not losing money. I do not want to lose money. And this software will keep me from doing that. And it keeps me from having to go in and mess with my prices over little changes that really don't make a difference. Now, if you're in the middle of the sync and all of a sudden, like, hey, I forgot to change my color threshold, all you have to do is come over here and click stop. Go ahead and show you. Started my sync. Oh, I forgot to change it. Alright, just click stop. It stops the sync. Now you can go in there and adjust it real quick. So that's pretty easy to do. The best part about the software is the real-time data. I can't stress how important that is. Another feature is that it doesn't go into eBay. Yes, it's a little harder to get your listings into here, but because it doesn't log in your eBay account, it keeps your privacy, which is a huge factor. There's nobody collecting data of your listings or anything like that. No one can see this information. This is a download. This software goes directly on your computer. You're not on a website like a lot of other tools that are out there. So that's a real big feature for me. I really like that. Now if you click on your item here, you can go ahead here, click open item URL. Maybe I have to hit that little box. Now let's do it. But it should pull this up in the web page now. My computer's super slow, so bear with me on that. Refresh data. I haven't saved it, so if I hit this, it's going to make all this clear out. And of course, I don't want to save it at this point. So, but either way, I mean, you can always go in here and just double click this box. You can always come get your data like this too. There you go, and you can just copy it, and now you got your data from there. I don't know why that button didn't work for me. Like I said, this is a demo, and to be truthful, I'll probably never even use that button, so it's not a big deal to me. To you it might be. So I mean, once you get it and you're playing with it, get it going. Be truthful, I haven't really used the software much. I've only had it for a couple days. It's brand new software. The first person on here using it. There's no training videos up on the website yet, so this is what you got to go by. There are videos coming though. So, and this is the best software I found on the market. They offer unlimited tracking, so if I had 10,000 items, it's going to track all 10,000 items. A lot of the other software, you're going to pay per item. I don't like that. 800 listings, I'd be paying $80 a month, and that's growing. By the end of this month, I'm going to be crossing the 1,000 listing mark. So I'd be $100 a month just to keep my inventory, and as my inventory grows, that price is going to keep going up. Not with this. You're paying a monthly fee, a set fee, and it's extremely reasonable. So that's all up to you on that one. There's different levels. This goes with the training of the DS Domination. This is the pro level, so it's Amazon only. There's an elite level that has elite suppliers. And once you get on the Monopoly and Unleashed, there's a Platinum Edition, and that's what I have, and that's where it has the most suppliers. And this software was built to work directly with the users of DS Domination. So I think that about covers it on the training of this video. Thank you very much. I'll have the new video for the elite training coming within the next day. Have a good one. Bye.